if at all possible, can you please hit the like button and share on your social media network? Share. Please subscribe to the YouTube station, Built for This Network Radio. Thank you very much. It is a pleasure to come to you again. This has been an interesting week as usual, but you know how I start each and every week of the show. I like to start it off by acknowledging my ancestors. And when I do that, what I do is send up respect and blessings to them. They send down protection and blessings to me. So I do it every week. I do it on every one of my shows. Well, actually, I don't do it on every one of my shows, but I should. But I do it on my shows to just pay homage to my family. And again, before I do that, I want to let you know that you can subscribe. Please subscribe at Spreaker.com, Built for This Network. Please go to YouTube, Built for This Network Radio. Please to go to Apple, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Google Podcasts, Castbox, Deezer, and Podcast Addict, and subscribe to Built for This Network as well. Doing that is doing me and the brothers and sisters at Built for This Network a gigantic favor. It is really helping us so we can continue to bring you this content full-throated. And with that being said, I want to thank my ancestors. That's everybody in my family that's connected to the Pollard family, the Whitmore family, the Turner family, the Battle, Cotton, Harper, Bailey, Chris, Lansdowne, Lickens, Duncan, and anybody who knows me, my dad, my brothers and sisters. We the Williams clan, we in the building. It has been a very interesting week, to say the least. And what I want to talk about, I'm actually going to do something I rarely do. I'm going to open up my phone lines because I think maybe you just don't need to hear me all day. I got a lot to say, but I'm looking for feedback on the things that's been going on this week. It has been an interesting week, to say the least. A lot of people in my community are angry. A lot of people in my community are disheveled, so to speak. And I want to know what's on your mind. You know, if you got a lot on your mind, today is the day that I want you to share with me what's on it, because that's how you come to a problem. You know, I do a whole lot of talking, but I listen more than you would ever think. As much as I talk in my life, you would be surprised at how much I listen, because that's actually the way you learn. You have two ears and one mouth for one reason. And that's so you can listen more than you can speak. And today, hopefully, I will do a lot of listening. But with that being said, I'm going to just jump right off the porch. People in my community, you are in the midst of a war. And that sounds melodramatic. Man, come on, rap, you tripping. But it's the truth. We are in the midst of a war. We are under attack. Ignorance is at an all-time high. To quote Chuck D, he said that 30-something years ago, and people thought that was just a cool thing to say. But at this point, it is. What disappoints me is this. This is what disappoints me at the end of the day. We just left what is known as the information age. And for lack of better verbiage, the community is more ignorant than ever. And I mean that in the clinical definition of the word ignorant. We are uninformed, but we walk around with computers in our hand. We say whatever comes to mind first. And in the event that someone shows you a different way, it seems as if we laugh it off or pretend that it wasn't said, or act as if the person who's presenting the truth to you is wrong, or he's attempting to damage something about you. And that's just not the way to hold this thing down. If you disagree, that's cool. That's cool. Show me, or the person or whoever you're dealing with, that their information is erroneous And if you're talking to an adult, you should be able to have a conversation that will put you in a position in which you or the people who are listening to you or whatever's going on, that should put them in a position of, okay, well, let's see what's going on then. If that's not the way you want to do this, or if that's not the way things work, educate me on how it works, and then we can move forward. But it seems that people get upset, they get their feelings in the way. If you know one more word than them, they treat you like you've done something to them, and I just don't understand that. And in order to get away from that lifestyle or put ourselves in an advantageous situation, what I want to do is start having conversations about what's really going on. You've heard me say this before, you hear me say it again. Initially, I wasn't engaged in the political or the civic way to do things because at the end of the day, I didn't have a lot of faith in that system. But I do understand how things work. In order to work, as we say in Chicago, in order for you to work your number, you have to be a part of something. So I'm not going to just complain about things anymore. I've taken a mantra of I will do. I won't complain anymore. Just, hey, what can we get done? And we are at a crossroads. We are truly at a crossroads in the United States of America. You have a fascist. I don't care what the hell you think. You have a fascist in the office of the president. This dude is attempting to turn this into a dictatorship. His white supremacist ways are seeping into the traditional way of thinking. And the truly sad part is you have a lot of my brothers and sisters who are starting to sign up for this. And I'm sick and tired of the people going, hey man, how is this going to affect me? Well, it's going to affect you because you don't know basic civics. You complain about things that haven't been done for you or done in to improve your community. And that's what brings about my question of the day. What is it that you want done for your community? What is it that, the Democratic Party didn't do this? And I'm not caping for the Democratic Party at all. I'm not caping for any party. But what I would like to know is, what is it that you want done? See, in order to get things accomplished, you must set expectations. Like, you expect your kids to do their work in school. So when they leave for school, do what you're supposed to do at school. And when you say that, you expect your kids to come back with A's and B's because you know your kids have been raised properly. It gave them the expectation of them listening, doing what you asked them to do in school, doing what is asked of them in regards to the lesson plan, and then they'll get the education that you sent them to school for. And that's the line of thinking, right? But in a lot of cases, we haven't set expectations for politicians. And we complain. And then the thing is, what good is it to identify what is wrong if you have no intentions on fixing it? You don't even have a game plan. That's like coming to my house, you hungry as hell, starving, right? And I'm sitting there eating, and you don't say anything. And you just starve. Or when I got there, I was eating, let's say I was eating a snack. And then you leave my house and say, yo man, Rap, sat there and ate a bowl of grapes and didn't even offer me any. I was starving. Now, some people may say common manners is, hey, would you like some? But if maybe I was just finishing off the bowl of grapes or whatever. But if you don't open your mouth and state what you really want, how is someone or an entity expected to say what you're supposed to do? My man DJ Knox just made a comment in the chat room, like Ice Cube said, put a list of demands for our community or city. Exactly. But we don't do that. We just go, what Obama didn't do. What Obama did do. Well, actually, I've never heard any people speak about what he did do, which is a sad commentary. Because, as I stated, Big Illinois can attest to it. Me and Big Illinois were on the phone early today. And he was just scrolling through his news feed or what have you. And he keeps seeing things that Kamala Harris did. Things, bad things about Kamala Harris. I told y'all, in accordance to what you look up, there are algorithms that follow you around, that let them know what you like. They automatically categorize you and send those kinds of things, whether they're positive or negative, to your feed. So when you Google things, that's what you're dealing with. That's exactly what you'll be dealing with. So, again, that's why I said it's a war going on. You think, when most people think of war, they may think of violence and people getting hurt. But it's a mental and spiritual war as well. You don't need to be the smartest at whatever it is in the world that's going on. You need to just run your leg of the race, so to speak. Now, if your leg of the race is informing people, like I'm hoping that's what I'm doing presently, then that's your leg. Maybe somebody else's leg who's listening is to run for office or what they call a community organizer or what have you. MC Rhymefest is that guy. And these are the things that I'm talking about. Everybody can't do everything, but to quote Killer Mike out of Atlanta, if everybody does a little, then nobody has to do too much. And it seems as if a lot of people that I know have gotten comfortable in complaining about things. Because, see, it's easy to identify a problem. It really is. The easiest thing in the world to do is to complain about something that's happening in the world today. You can complain about Reverend Jackson. You can complain about the Minister Louis Farrakhan. You can complain about Al Sharpton. You can complain about Joe Madison, Karen Hunter, Clay Kane. Oh, they ain't doing nothing. But the question remains is exactly what are you doing? And if you want to participate in the conversation via phone, the number 773-797-2409. That's 773-797-2409. The number's in the chat room. If I said it too fast, 773-797-2409. I'd love to hear your voice. But it just seems as if, to me, and I don't have a problem being wrong. I don't have a problem with you disagreeing with me. I don't have a problem with any of that stuff. But what I have noticed is people, they'll just sit around and complain. And the people who claim, hey man, this isn't going to affect me. Yeah, it might not. It may not. You may be one of the lucky few, but I'm quite sure you know somebody that it will affect. I'm sure of that. Because, when people say, this stuff ain't going to affect me, okay, it may not. But what in the event that it does affect you, then what? Are you going to be asking people, hey man, help me out? Man, see, then are you going to be standing around talking about, hey man, brothers need to stick together? Because it's brothers need to stick together because you need help, or is it brothers need to stick together, period? See, don't wait until your ass is on fire before you start trying to help people. Friend Black Swan just said, HRap, what would you suggest be a good way to add to your community to get together and make some real changes? To be honest with you, Swan, I I don't know. It depends